My name is Kelly MacDonald. I may have been born with low vision, but did that stop me from living the life I wanted? No way! It barely slowed me down. Today, I'm a broadcaster, actor, sports fan, and all-around great guy. I'm also the host of my very own show, this show. I've made a bucket list of things I want to experience, people I want to meet, and places I want to see. So join me on my travels and take a look at things from my point of view. This is Blindsided with Kelly MacDonald. Welcome to Blindsided with Kelly MacDonald, visionary television for the visionless. It's a very special episode of the show today. We're heading to the nation's capital to check out Winterlude. Winterlude has been the highlight of Ottawa's winter season for over 30 years. And today, I'm showing you all it has to offer. I strike a rather unorthodox method of transportation off my bucket list, and I weather some stormy questions in Ask a Blind Guy. I also ponder my Canadian identity in the shadow of the Parliament buildings. At least, I think it was the shadow. But first, people who know me know I'm not a winter lover. I'll go out of my way to stay indoors when the temperatures dip below zero. Heck, I don't even like ice in my drinks. But because of the job I have, I'm occasionally persuaded to attend winter festivals and get in touch with my inner Canadian. He's in there somewhere, under about 4 layers or so. Let's go day tripping. Once a year, the National Capital Region of Ottawa is known for being more than just the capital of Canada. It is early February, and the city is transformed into a winter wonderland. And that's why I'm standing out here with hundreds of people in sub-zero temperatures with ice and snow all over the place. What in the Rideau Canal have I gotten myself into now? Standing with me to answer some of these questions is Charles Cardinal. Charles, what do you do here?
I'm a spokesperson for Winterlude, and I love winter.
So, Charles, where are we?
We are in Confederation Park. It's an urban park, a few hundred feet from Parliament Hill.
What is Winterlude?
Well, here in Confederation Park, it's all about ice, so ice sculpting. Right now, we got sculptors from around the world competing in the international competition. Behind us, we have the Rideau Canal Skateway, the largest skating rink in the world. And we also have Parc Jacques-Cartier Park in Gatineau that we call Snowflake Kingdom. It's our family park.
Can I get a shot at doing some of these things?
We want you to try everything this weekend.
Oh, I will. This is Winterlude. Leaving Charles behind, I follow the music to the Winterlude Parade. This is great. Lots of noise, music, people in costumes, and everyone just having fun. It's a great way to warm up on such a cold night. Yeah! Shake it, shake it! So they've got people here that are on stilts, but their way they move looks like they're up high sitting on what would be a horse with more of a bird, a body and neck, and feathers where the mane would be. It's really cool as they walk around. I don't know how they do it with all the ice and snow and slush. Hey, oh wow, that's tall. Wow, Winterlude. Lots of excitement and fun. I think I'm gonna get in on all the action. But since the party is coming to a close tonight, I'll come back in the morning to get my skate on. It's the start of a new day, and I'm ready to skate into action. When in Ottawa, do what everyone else does. Skate on the frozen Rideau Canal. Hope I can stand up long enough. The skateway is 7.8 kilometers long, the biggest skating rink in the world, and hosts a daily average of 19,000 visitors during the winter months. And it's free. Just bring your skates or rent a pair and enjoy Ontario's only UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, I may look like I've fallen down on the ice on the Rideau Canal, but I haven't. I'm actually sitting in a sledge, and I've been guided into this sledge by gold medal sledge hockey player Jean Labonté. What am I doing in this thing?
This is a sledge. It's for the sport of sledge hockey.
We've got the blades underneath. Is there what?
That's right. We have 2 blades under the sled.
Okay, I'm sitting in a metal sled with my legs straight out in front of me and my ankles bound to the sled itself for safety.
And at the front of the sled, there's a small plastic or metal piece that's just there to prevent us from digging into the ice. Right. So we got 2 sticks, a left and a right. And on each stick, at one end, there's a stick blade to basically control the puck when you have the puck.
All right.
And at the other extremity, there are actually metal picks, very sharp. And these are the picks that we plant in the ice, and that's what make us move around.
And they feel like they're about half the size of a traditional hockey stick.
Tell us a bit about how you got into sledge.
So at the age of 17, I was diagnosed with cancer, osteosarcoma. So that's a bone tumor
Right.
in my left tibia, my left shin. From that point, we had to operate, and the operation was to amputate the leg. I was about 24, and I met a player who was on a national team. He got me to sit down in a sled and try it out, and I haven't looked back.
Tell me a little bit about some of your experience at the Paralympics.
I've been fortunate enough to play for 15 years on the national team and played in 4 Paralympic Games. 2006 in Torino, that's where we won our gold medal, and that's an amazing experience. Working as a team and learning from them too, learning in hockey, but also in life as well, because we all have our own history, our own disabilities, and so you just learn from each and every one of them.
Everyone has their own story.
Absolutely. You're ready to try it out, though?
I am.
Go straight.
Okay.
Let's go together.
To propel myself forward, I used the sharp end of the hockey stick to dig into the ice, almost like a seated style cross-country skiing.
Got good angle on your sticks.
This is great. Well, I'm a little
bit to the left.
I'm getting too close to you. Oh, that's a chunk of bad ice. All right, I'm keeping it pretty straight. Oh, I'm coming over at you again. I'm keep jabbing in. I know that bad nodule of ice is up here. Oh! Hello.
Sorry, camera operator, you gotta get out of the way.
All right.
Oh, I'm swerving a bit.
And we can stop about here.
Very good. Okay. Oh, I'm knocking you over. Whoa, I cut you off good there.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, thank you very much
You're welcome.
for teaching me and putting up with this. This is great.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's go run some
pleasure.
people.
All
over.
right, let's do this.
Let's get into the real fun. I'm taking a few moments to warm up by the fire with my new little friends here. Hey guys, you enjoying Winterlude?
Yeah!
Enjoying the food?
Yeah!
The heat?
Yeah!
Thanks, guys.
So now I'm headed over to the Crystal Garden in Confederation Park, where the annual ice sculpting competition takes place and invites international teams from around the world to compete. And with so many competitors carving up ice, it can get a little loud.
I'm with Ross. You've already won an ice sculpting competition. You got a bit bigger job here. First of all, how much ice do you start with, Ross?
This is 18 blocks of ice, 300 pound each.
If it's too cold, is that good or bad?
Too cold, yeah, is bad. Too warm is bad as well. But, you know, average -5 to -10 is ideal.
And you're with a team, too, right here from the Philippines, right?
Yes, we are.
Wow. So what kind of tools does a sculptor use?
We use a chainsaw, a die grinder, a torch, and a big handsaw.
Now, what do you have here that you're working on?
This is more like a butterfly lady
Butterfly lady?
sitting down on a dandelion.
Wow. Oh, my. You can see her
That's the
nose.
face.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's the face right there. Lower. There, that's the wings right there.
Wow, it's like 10 feet tall.
That's incredible. This is great.
Thank you.
Well, good luck.
I'll come back to check on ice sculptor Ross a little later to see if he wins the competition. But now, I'm going to Jacques Cartier Park, where all the family fun takes place.
I'm coming closer to the end of my day, and I'm with?
Benoit Brière from City of Gatineau.
And what do you do, Benoit?
My role here is the logistic operator for the fabrication of this park.
Now, I need you to tell me about these mountains of snow and how you turn them into art.
Because I'm surrounded by snow sculptures and ice slides.
First, we choose the snow. We need snow perfect white. Then we fold it with snow blowers. So we have blocks of 12 by 12 by 16 feet. And then we have 2 covers per block who's working at least 2 to 3 days.
And slides made out of ice. I can hear all the adults and kids having fun.
You see family here, you just slide the entire family. It's just only slides for children or adults. It's all sliding all together.
Well, there's my cue to give it a shot.
All right, I'm at the top of an ice slide, ready to take this big bad boy on. Here I go. Yeah! Woo! 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 Hey, I guess that's the end, but well. I'm starting to get cold. I could use a big hug. Oh, it's the ice hug.
After getting a warm-up hug from the official Winterlude mascots, a family of giant lovable groundhogs, I head back to Confederation Park to find out who won the ice sculpting competition. I'm with my man Ross again, and you and your brother have won.
Yes.
How's that feel?
Of course. Very, very, very happy.
Well, that's it for me at Winterlude, or as they say here, Bal de Neige. Join me here next year. You won't be disappointed. And now for joking aside with the out-of-sight players.
What's happening now?
They're walking towards the door where that strange sound came from.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know.
Stay behind me, Sheila. And whatever happens, know that I love you.
What's happening now?
It's just an empty room. There's an old book on the bed. He's opening the book.
Oh, no. Don't open that book.
Maybe the secret to the creature's powers is in these pages.
Oh, he thinks that maybe the secret to the creature's powers
Yeah, I heard that part. I'm blind, not deaf.
Now they're in the park.
Whoa. That took a sharp turn.
Well, Carrie joined the Air Force, and Sheila became a bullfighter.
Wow. This thing keeps getting better and better.
Not here, Gary. Dr. Mentaculus said the creature was attracted to lovemaking.
I don't care.
Wait, you're not Gary.
What's happening now?
Tell me, I can't look.
Still ahead on Blindsided with Kelly MacDonald, some old dogs teach me some new tricks. Plus, I break down a week in news. Stick around. Welcome back to Blindsided with Kelly MacDonald. It's time now for a look at some of the more interesting stories in the news this week. This is your Inside Scoop. A designer in Helsinki, Finland, is reproducing famous pieces of art as three-dimensional models to allow visually impaired people to enjoy them. Calling the project Unseen Art, he's already created a model of the Mona Lisa and is crowdsourcing funding to expand the project. If you donate $35, you'll receive a touchable model of the Mona Lisa. And if you donate $1,000, they'll surround it with 100 tourists holding iPads for the real, authentic experience. Mystery Potato, a new website from two American businessmen, will anonymously send a potato to a recipient of your choosing for the low price of $7.50. You can provide a personalized message, and the company will write it on the potato before sending it. The company is just an Instagram curiosity at the moment, but despite being small fries, they say they have plans to grow once they've worked out all the bugs. America's Flat Earth Society is offering a $5,000 prize to anyone who can prove that the Earth is round. The society says that the challenge is difficult, therefore there's no deadline to apply. Oh, wait. Oh. Just got word. Someone just won. And that's your Inside Scoop for this week. It's time for this week's bucket list, where I challenge myself to take on something I've never tried before. Now, before Armand Bombardier invented the snowmobile in 1936, when Canadians needed to travel in the winter, they relied on snowshoes and dog sleds. I took a shot at snowshoeing last season with mixed results. But I've never tried dog sledding. So today, I answer the call of the wild. Let's check something off my bucket list. I'm here to talk to my little friend Willow. Willow might be a little camera shy, but she's a heck of a sled dog. Willow.
Now, I need you to do me a favor. You know I'm a big guy, right? So I need you to make sure that all of you guys fall in line and pull me and be gentle. Be gentle while I'm driving. Would you do that for me? And no complaints about the size. I'm a big guy, but you guys are all strong. You can pull like twice your weight. And there's a bunch of you. So will you do that for me, Willow? Thanks, partner.
Now that Willow and I have an understanding, it's time to get this bucket list underway, and I meet the man that's going to make it happen.
So, I've got a sled in front of me, dogs up ahead. You are?
Sylvain. I am the owner of the dog sledding company.
Tell me a little bit about these dogs. How much weight can they pull?
Depending, the dogs can pull like twice their pounds.
Okay, and how many dogs are up there?
We have 6 now.
And what kind of dogs?
I have some Huskies, I have Husky Lab, Husky Malamute, and some mixed with Greenland.
So if I wanted to try driving the sled, can you tell me what I've got to do? We're standing at the back of it.
Sure. So just put your left feet on the ski right there.
Oh, there's a ski there.
Yeah. And just move your right feet the other side.
Onto another ski.
Yeah.
There it is.
So the skis are supporting the underside of the sled, extending all the way out to me, so I can stand on it?
Yeah. If you put one of the 2 feet in the middle of you, you have the ski-doo carpet.
Ski-doo carpet?
That will slow down the team. And the big metal piece, that's the brake.
The brake?
Oh, that's what the floppy thing is under my foot.
Yeah,
now.
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
And you have to hold on, and when you're ready, we can go.
What are some of the interesting things to know about dog sledding, especially this day and age?
They have very gentle dogs because some people are afraid sometimes.
So they're friendly?
They're very friendly.
Awesome.
And they work very hard. They love running.
It's a good thing they like running, because I don't.
So do I know enough to actually give this a shot and drive this sled?
We're ready to go. I think so.
All right. So what do I do?
Just press the brake now. Okay, and just hold on, okay?
All right.
Release now. I have to put back the snow hook.
Okay.
Be careful.
What's a snow hook do?
It's like a anchor.
Oh, okay.
All right?
All right.
So when you're ready, you can release the brake and say hop, hop, hop to the dogs.
So I'll release the brake.
Hop, 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 hop.
All right. There we go. Yeah.
Whoa! Why'd we stop? I wanted to keep going. So I got off to a rocky start. So Van lets me try again.
Okay. So I'll release the brake.
Yeah. Ready?
Hop, 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 hop. All right.
It's minus 10 outside, which is warm compared to the minus 20-degree temperatures that these dogs can withstand. With 6 dogs pulling me along, I'm traveling at approximately 10 kilometers an hour, which might not be considered fast. But these guys can maintain these speeds of up to 32 kilometers an hour for hours at a time. I might not be ready for the Iditarod races in Alaska, but for my first time, I think I did pretty well. What a way to travel. I think I showed these guys that I'm the top dog.
Okay, stop, Kelly.
Okay.
Whoa. Hey, like a pro.
Oh.
You enjoy it?
That was great, and I can scratch this off my bucket list. That was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Coming up on Blindsided, a day in Canada's capital inspired me to wonder, is there more to being Canadian than Timbits and toboggans? Plus, Daredevil loved it, but is stormy weather really a help or hindrance to blind folk? Welcome back to Blindsided with Kelly MacDonald.
Time to climb onto my soapbox.
The Parliament buildings. Canada's capital, Ottawa. No better place to ponder. What defines us as Canadians? We have the reputation of being a beer-drinking, hockey-loving, plaid-wearing people who say sorry all the time. Well, some of that's true, but right now, we're considered kind of cool, partly due to a change in Prime Minister, some new policies and good deeds. So I'm confused now. Are we somewhere in the middle? I mean, I'm not a hockey fan, really. I love my baseball and basketball. Basketball's actually was invented here in Canada. So what else? Well, we have diverse culture, yet we all seem to get along and are relatively tolerant. We do struggle with our nation's identity on the world stage. There's more to us than back bacon and stronger beer. I think it all comes down to what makes you feel Canadian. And I know a big, blind black guy isn't the typical stereotype of a Canadian, but I was brought up believing just be considerate and loving. And therefore, I am Canadian. That's the way I see it anyway. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
In this episode of It's a Service Dog's Life, on a warm spring day, service dog Olivia meets her friend Bailey in the park.
Hey, Olivia. Kid with ice cream in the playground, 12 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, I see him.
Monkey bars and ice cream do not mix. That cone is going down.
How do we convince the humans that we should be standing next to the children with snacks?
Hey, you're the one with the training. Isn't there some sort of warning bark?
Like what?
Like, warning, there's a half-eaten hot dog going to waste under the bench over there.
No.
What about, warning, unattended picnic?
That's not the type of training I have.
Warning, Bag of chips spilt down the slide. Open lunch bag under the climber. Pizza crust, pizza crust.
Bailey, you're a little overstimulated.
First day of spring. It's always the same.
And now it's time for my new friend Eve to ask a blind guy.
So in the winter time, when it's snowing like that, do you like coming out or do you like staying in?
It depends. If I have to go somewhere, I'll brave it. I'll dress up, very, very good for the weather because I can't look out a window and say, oh boy, is this a heck of a storm? It's blowing and it's snowing. I can only go by the weather forecast or test it by going outside. So I'll bundle up in case my bus is late that I have to rely on. Other than that, if they say stay home and I don't have anywhere to go, I just use it as a nice excuse to stay home and enjoy a nice winter day and something warm to drink.
It's time for the selfie challenge. Let's end the show today with a look at our latest selfie challenge. This is a video of Emily Trepanier snowboarding at one of her races this year. She says snowboarding was tricky at first, but she's been doing it for 7 years now and is being guided through the course with two-way communication. Emily adds that she may be blind, but anything is possible. You just have to go out and try it. Her goal is to get to the Paralympics. Good luck, Emily. If you face your fears or achieve something you've always wanted to do, share your story with us. Tweet a photo or short video to @AMIKellyMac or post it on the Accessible Media Inc. Facebook page. That's it for this episode of Blindsided with Kelly MacDonald. Thanks for watching. Psst, behind the scenes we have executive producers Nat Abraham, Ira Levy, Michael McGuigan, Peter Williamson, and Chantal Jackson. Produced and directed by James Murdoch. Story producer Amy Blythe. Director of Photography SUAVE HUPA. Editor Matthew Walsh. DV consultant Ron Rickford. Joking Aside performed by the Out of Sight Players. Produced in association with Accessible Media Inc. Produced and distributed by Breakthrough Entertainment.
An AMI original production.